The universe is rearranging everything for you. Opening the silent rearrangement. Is your life falling apart lately? Do you feel lost, not knowing what you truly want, what you should do, or even when you do know, things still don't go as planned? The truth is, the universe is quietly rearranging everything for you. What feels like delay, what looks like loss, what tests your patience and shakes your heart is not an ending. It's a sacred pause between who you once were and who you are becoming. You may not see it yet, but the pieces are moving, frequencies are aligning, and soon everything that once seemed scattered will fit perfectly into place. A divine orchestration unfolding in silence. Why this happens? The hidden architecture of alignment. There are seasons in life when everything seems to fall apart. Plans collapse, people leave, doors close so quickly that you can't help but ask, what did I do wrong? But this isn't punishment. It's precision. It's how the universe works, in ways you cannot yet see. Only when you look back will you recognize the pattern. When your life appears to be crumbling, it's actually unfolding. Energy must realign before anything can materialize. The invisible must shift before the visible appears. So when everything around you changes, when time feels broken, when the familiar dissolves, life isn't abandoning you. Life is making room for what you've asked for. You can't step into a new reality while still clinging to the structure of the old. And sometimes, the only way the universe can prepare you is by quietly removing what can't go with you. The human struggle. When the unknown feels unbearable, I know. It's hard to trust what you can't yet see. Some mornings you wake up with that heavy ache in your chest, wondering if you've missed your chance, if the silence means you've been forgotten. You spend days searching for signs, trying to decode whether the universe is still listening. But the truth is, the silence is part of the process. Every creation requires incubation. Even the stars need darkness before they shine. You are not being forgotten. You are being recalibrated. Think of the caterpillar. Inside the cocoon, it dissolves completely, no longer what it once was. From the outside, it looks like an ending. But within that stillness, a higher design is forming. And when it emerges, it doesn't crawl anymore. It flies. Your life is the same. Every breakdown, every detour, every delay is a quiet metamorphosis. The intelligence of the universe. How everything is orchestrated. Imagine the universe as a vast orchestra. Every frequency, every soul, every coincidence is a note in the symphony of existence. You are an instrument in that divine composition. And sometimes the music pauses, a rest before a new melody begins, a conductor stopping to fine-tune what's out of harmony. Whatever form it takes, it's necessary. When you think you've been forgotten, you're being attuned. When someone leaves your life, it isn't rejection, it's redirection. Because if the universe is always arranging everything for your highest good, then nothing is truly lost. It simply changes form. Sometimes energy must dissolve before it can be rebuilt in alignment. And just because you can't see the rearrangement yet doesn't mean it's not happening. It's unfolding beneath the surface, like tectonic plates shifting quietly beneath the earth. You only feel the tremor when something new is about to rise. The paradox of trust. Surrender to aligned faith isn't believing that everything will go your way. Faith is knowing that even when it doesn't, you are still being guided. The paradox is this. You align faster when you stop trying to align, because control is the language of fear. Surrender is the language of trust. When you cling, you constrict the flow. When you release, energy can move again. Your job isn't to control the universe. It's to stay tuned to the frequency of what you desire. Act when your intuition whispers. Rest when your soul asks you to pause. And trust that what's meant for you will always arrive. In its sacred timing, a seed never demands to bloom today. It trusts the soil, the light, and the unseen rhythm of life. You are that seed, and right now, your roots are growing deeper. The shift from force to flow. Change happens the moment you stop asking, when, and start saying, it's already happening. When you stop fighting the river and allow yourself to float with it, you begin to notice the gentle signs, a feather on your path, a repeating number, a lyric that pierces your heart. These aren't coincidences. They're whispers from the universe saying, I'm still here. Keep trusting. As your energy softens, you stop chasing and start attracting. You become the magnet, not the pursuer. You embody what you desire instead of begging for it, because what you seek isn't outside of you. It's aligning through you. When your inner frequency matches what you desire, the outer world rearranges itself to reflect it. A new perspective. Delay is divine timing. There are two kinds of time, human time and divine time. Human time says, you're late. Divine time says, you're right on schedule. You're not behind. You're in rhythm. Every delay is a sacred detour. Every pause is protection. Every closed door is redirection. Maybe the door didn't open because the room inside was too small for your light. Maybe the relationship ended because your soul had outgrown that frequency. Maybe what you call failure is simply the path to fulfillment. Life never takes away what's meant for you. It only removes what blocks it from reaching you. So if everything is falling apart, it's because your soul whispered, I'm ready for more. And the universe heard you. The mirror. You're the alignment. Here's the secret most people miss. The universe doesn't just rearrange things around you. It rearranges them through you. Every outer shift is a reflection of an inner one. When you think differently, feel differently, believe differently, reality has no choice but to follow. You are not a spectator of cosmic order. You are a co-creator of it. The moment you tell yourself, everything happening is serving me, you instantly harmonize with that truth, and evidence begins to appear. That's not magic, that's resonance. The outer world is only a mirror of your inner alignment. The transformation. When you finally trust, then something miraculous happens. The anxiety melts. The need to control dissolves. You walk lighter, not because life is certain, but because you're at peace with uncertainty. You start to see delay is incubation. Obstacles are guidance. Silence is sacred space. You no longer chase alignment. You become it. And suddenly, the right people appear. Opportunities unfold naturally. Synchronicities multiply. Time seems to slow down, but life feels fuller because you're no longer resisting. You're resonating. And in that resonance, everything aligns perfectly. The signs when the universe confirms your alignment. You'll begin to notice signs everywhere. 11:11 on the clock, a feather on the ground, a dream with a message, a déjà vu moment, as if you've been here before. These are whispers from the divine intelligence saying, keep going. You're on the right path. The more you notice, the more you'll see. Because awareness itself is a magnet. Gratitude is an amplifier. When you honor the small signs, you invite greater miracles to unfold. The stillness within, the art of letting go. Letting go isn't giving up. Letting go is offering. It's whispering, I trust the timing I don't yet understand. It's surrendering your timeline to merge with divine timing. In that stillness, you stop forcing things to happen and start allowing them to unfold through you. You stop chasing answers and become the calm that attracts them. Peace is not the reward for things being perfect. Peace is what makes things perfect. When you anchor yourself in peace, the rearrangement completes, not because you pushed, but because you matched the frequency of harmony, understanding. Everything was necessary. One day, you'll look back and understand why everything had to happen this way. The missed opportunity, the broken heart, the endless waiting. You'll see that every delay was protection, every ending was redirection, every challenge was expansion. You'll realize you were never off path. The path was simply unfolding in a higher order than your mind could comprehend. The detours weren't distractions, they were choreography. The universe never tests your patience. It teaches you trust. And the version of you that emerges, the one who knows how to surrender, how to be still, how to believe, is the version destiny has been waiting for all along. Closing. Everything is aligning. So if you're watching this and it feels like your life is falling apart, remember, it's not falling apart. It's falling into place. The pieces that once made no sense are rearranging into the masterpiece that is your life. You don't need to force. You don't need to chase. Just trust, breathe, release. Let the universe do its part. Because everything, every pause, every loss, every change is aligning perfectly for your highest good. When it all comes together, you'll smile and whisper, now I understand. It wasn't falling apart. It was falling into place. Closing note and gentle invitation. If these words found you, they were meant for you. Trust that this message reached you in divine timing. Like and subscribe, not for the algorithm, but for your own alignment. Because when we resonate on this frequency together, we remember one simple truth. Nothing is lost. Everything is being rearranged. And the universe always knows exactly what it's doing.